guys, so today I'm going to talk about building our intuition. So a lot of people say, oh, you got intuition, you're intuitive, you're psychic, whatever, or they know they do, but they don't know how to build that ability within. We all can build it, okay? Think of your being intuitive as like a percentage. Right now you might be at 12%. You can get to 80%, 90%. You know what I mean? Nobody's at 100%, but you can work it out like a muscle. So this is one way. If you have a deck of cards, preferably tarot, okay? Because, you know, with Oracle, doing this with the Oracle deck, it won't really work as well, depending, because there's short little messages on them, where there's a lot of like different imagery on a tarot card that you can get. All right, so save the video for later if you can't do it now, or go get you a deck. Pause the video, go get your deck, okay? Because to really get what I'm saying and to feel it, you have to do it with me. So go get a deck. Okay, now that you have your deck, I want you to think of a question that you have, that you are wanting an answer to. So, you know, if you don't feel that your deck is cleansed or whatever, you know, do that on your own time. We ain't got time for that. Pause the video and do that. All right, so think of your question. Okay, now I want you to shuffle and pull one card. However you do it, however you pull a card, I want you to do. So I thought of my question, and I got my card. So, get your card. My card is the Sun. So this is a very positive card, right? Now, if you're a tarot reader and you want to dive more into your intuitive abilities and pick up more than what you get from just the cards, this is a way to train yourself. It's better to do it like practice on your friends, family, whoever is willing to let you practice on them. Of course, because then you can, you know, test for accuracy and all of that with that. But even with yourself, you're going to learn how to feel those and start to trust those little intuitive, like, you know, nudges that come in, whether they're coming in through your clairvoyance, through your clear seeing, a lot of C's, or your clairsentience, where you're feeling it, or your claircognizance, where you just are, the knowledge is just dropped in. You don't know how you know, all of a sudden you just know. So let's get to it. So my question for myself was, this project that I'm working on, that I'm currently kind of stalled on, is it really meant for me? What will be the outcome if I continue? And this is the card I drew, the Sun. So what would you think that the message would be to tell me back if you're wanting to learn how to read cards or just read energy? Here's the thing, I always hold the card. Then I just sit for a moment. I take a breath. And what you're doing is you're expanding beyond the message of the card. So hold the card in your hand. Feel its energy. Feel the card. Feel how the card feels in your hand. Think of the question that you asked. Think of the card that was pulled. And let yourself just open and expand. Is there any other message that I need to know about this question, this situation? Let's sit here for a moment. If you feel something, if you start to get a vision, you're safe. Let it come in, let it come into you. Now, take a breath. Open your eyes. Now I want you to take the card and look at the card. Maybe you got a message there, maybe you didn't. If you're doing this on your own, sit there a little bit longer. Breathe. Be present in your breath, and then just let it come in. If you are just present in your breath, you're going to be not letting your ego in your mind and overthinking kick in. That way you're still riding in that higher vibrational wave of receiving energy, information, impressions, knowledge. Okay, so now I want you to take the card. I know this is long, but I'm teaching. I'm a spiritual educator. This is what I do. All right, so now I want you to take the card and forget the question for a moment and just look at the card. The first thing I want you to do is, what pops out at you? What is significant to you right now looking at the card? If you're experienced in reading like tarot cards or whatever, then you know that you could look at this card 50 million different times and not see something, because that wasn't what you were supposed to see for that person or even for yourself. So today, what I see is the sun and the ribbon for my card. Those two things really stand out. And so then why do they stand out? So you're really like going in. People say, oh, I can't read for myself. I'm teaching you basically how to read for yourself. How you read for yourself is you take your emotion out and treat yourself like a client, right? Sometimes you can't do that, especially with relationships, and you should go to somebody you trust, right? But anyway, so for me, the sun and the scarf or the ribbon or whatever in the crow's mouth is what sticks out for me. And the sun is like, okay, so now I'm going to sit here for a moment. Why is the sun what I'm picking up? And then if you start doing this enough, these things will start popping into your head like this, and you'll start to trust them. And see, the thing is that when they drop into you like that, it's quick, it's fast. Spiritual downloads, however you receive them, whatever clear they come through, they are light, quick, and fast, okay? They are not full of emotion. They're not going to, so if your ego was to kick in, you'll go, well, the sun. Well, why is it the sun? Is it the sun because this, or is it the sun? No, you just you clicked all the way out of that vibration that you were just in, and you clicked into the ego, okay? Because the ego wants to pick it apart and try to understand it, when really, if you just let the spiritual download come in, you let that message come in, understanding will come to you. Trust that that is what will happen, okay? So I see the sun, right? And I'm really asking a legit question right now. And this is telling me that the sun, what's pulling out of me for the sun is the word action. The word action keeps dropping in for me. So this is telling me that I'm not taking enough action here. But the sun is bright and positive, right? And so it's telling me that. And then the mouth and the ribbon, I actually have no idea what that means. So I'm going to ask my guides. But I don't know what it means for me in this question. So for me, the ribbon, what I'm picking up for myself, what my guides are telling me, what my higher self is telling me, is the ribbon doesn't actually mean something positive for me. It means that I am carrying, the red for me means the past, and I am bringing the past in, and that is stopping me from really moving forward. So I need to let that ribbon of my past go, and it's true, I'm holding on to a thread of my past, past fear of failure, or I don't know, but I'm holding on to something that I just need to let go and start in the action. So for you, what stood out in your card? What message, if you sit with it, what message comes into you? And see, like I said, they come in light and quick. And when it's a spiritual message of knowledge for you to understand that comes through, it's not going to have emotion tied to it. You're not going to feel all emotional with it, because they don't come in with emotions. That's us. That's our emotions. They come in with the message. They come in with the knowledge for you and for you to interpret. Now, if you do get something that you truly don't understand, and you don't get the answer right then and there, it is because you either aren't open to it, or they're going to show it to you in a more physical way. Okay, so maybe you'll be driving and you'll see a sign and it's like, oh, that's the message. So it's like, don't ever be disappointed if you don't get the message right away for yourself. Okay, know that that message is going to come to you at some point within the next few days. Your guides aren't going to forget. Okay, they don't forget what you ask. They show you in a way that you will understand and take it in. Okay, so I hope that you learned a little bit more. So it's that feeling when you shuffle and you sit there, and it's that feeling of like elevation and expansion. And I do that through the breath to help myself remain present, you know, being aware that my breath is going in, my lungs are expanding. It just helps you stay present. And then you can elevate your energy, okay? And it helps you to not let the ego kick in. The more present you can be, the more that you start learning meditation, which will help you with that. The more that you are present, the less likely you are to go up into the ego and get everything confused. If you've even ever done a reading for yourself or for a client and you've come out of it confused, they're confused, redirect, breathe, become aware of yourself, elevate and expand and open your energy again and restart. It's okay. You can do this. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything else that you would like me to teach you about, and I got you. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and follow me for more content. Thank you.